Marcus Houston and Chris Stokes. I'm gonna need y'all to quit with these cliffhanger movies, okay? We're already waiting on Adopted 2 to come out, The Stepdaughter 3 to come out. Now we are possibly waiting for Wrong Place, Wrong Time 2 to come out probably next summer. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. This is Ashley here doing a review on Wrong Place, Wrong Time. One of the newest drops from the Marcus Houston, Chris Stokes universe, all right? So this one is an action movie. A lot of the movies that they do have on Tubi, that they make on Tubi, and Tubi Originals, are usually like the stalker or psycho relative, like The Stepdaughter, Adopted, Happy Anniversary, someone has a vendetta against someone, something like that. This one is a action movie like Robin. I think that was the name of it. I did a review on that where they were doing something with the bank. And I usually don't watch action movies for one, and I know this sounds weird, but it's hard for me to, not hard, but it's just not as easy for me to follow the plot. I don't know why. I don't know. But I'm more of a drama, some dialogue going on. But this one was pretty good. Starring April Jones, which is Omarion's ex-girlfriend. They have two kids together, and she also dated Little Fizz. One of the things I love about Marcus Houston and Chris Stokes is they keep it in-house a lot. If you see the, I'm going to get to the review in just a second. If you see the documentary that Marcus Houston has on Tubi, it's 2 parts. He discusses, it was either that or he did an interview with Tank and somebody. It was one of those programs where he discussed how they keep a lot of things in-house, like he used to iron and get B2K's clothes together versus having an outsider. So if you look at the credits on this movie, Maya Houston, who was Marcus Houston's wife, she does the makeup. I think Chris Stokes' wife does some stuff. So I really do like that. It's like we're going to keep this money circulating between us. So this one is about some fake FBI people trying to hunt down this watch. They break into the guy's house, and April Jones' daughter, who is with her friends robbing the house, get caught up in it. She ends up escaping, but her 2 friends get killed by the fake FBI people. And so when the man was dying, the owner of the house, he gave her the watch. And she kept it, even though he was dying, he couldn't tell her why he gave her the watch. But she knew deep down that there was something serious about this watch, right? Something special, because her mom, April, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name in the movie, so I'm gonna say April. Her mom, April, tried a few times to get her to give her the watch. She was like, no, he gave me this watch as he was dying. Like, I think it's important. So they both end up on a run from these fake FBI people and end up at the shelter, pretty much trying to stay one step ahead of them. And she runs into this homeless woman that she's helped countless times before. And I knew when the movie came on and she picked her up, took her to the shelter, because, she's a cop. April Jones, I'm sorry I didn't mention that. You already know because you've seen the movie. Picks her up, and I said, I bet you her character is going to play a very, intricate role in this movie, and I was right. One of the things I love about this movie, and like I said, I'm usually not a fight scene action movie watcher, right? But I enjoyed the fight scenes. Now, one of them made me laugh hysterically because it was funny, because Vicky, that's the homeless girl who was really she used to be a government official or something. Basically, whatever the fake FBI people do, which is killing people and hunting people down and doing this, that, and the third, she does the opposite. When she went into that house she was looking for something, and they ran up on her, and she was fighting them, and I'm sorry, but she would hit them and they would do a backflip and die. Like, when I tell you, I was in my living room screaming, because how you get punched, slapped, and you do a cartwheel, I said these must have been some backup dancers that is on tour with Marcus sometime. Like, hey, you know what? I know y'all go on tour with me and everything, but you know, you can play an extra in this movie role. You know, just make sure you do a backflip when you get hit, all right? That was funny as hell to me. So the girl, her daughter, my thing is, girl, what are you doing robbing people? Like, breaking into people's houses. Do you know how dangerous that is? Because if you come into my house and I have a gun, I have every right to shoot to kill. And if you happen to be a minor, oh well. When you come into somebody's private residence, whatever happened to you is what happened to you. I did feel sorry for her friends because I feel like even though they were all staking the place out, robbing it, I still felt bad for the friends because they were unjustly killed. Like they were just happened to be wrong place, wrong time. I'm thinking that's where the title of the movie comes from. It just hit me. That right there was the wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, y'all shouldn't have been to somebody's house robbing them. Wrong time, you got these other people coming in there who are going to, you know, bug the place. And, oh, they see the homeowner. Well, we'll just kill him. You see what I'm saying? Take his stuff. Another part that had me cracking up, and I understand movies don't always have to be realistic, but it's just funny. You know, when you're watching a movie, especially when you're reviewing, you notice things, right? Like one of the fake FBI people, she had not drawstring, but you know, like a weave ponytail. And to me, she looked black. I don't know if she was mixed or something, but it's like, girl, all this ass kicking you doing and all this flipping and jumping you doing, I know all this right here would have been sweated out, baby. The whole movie, it was just slick down. Like she had some edge control. Every time she throw a punch, she'd go ahead and hit the edge control up there or something. I'm like, girl, you know, in real life, all this would have been puffed out. I don't know if you're natural, you got a relaxer, but I was like, bad. But I guess for a movie, it's kind of like fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Just like how in some movies, people wake up with a full face and makeup on, no eye boogers, no drool. It's like, come on. So the watch, we find out the watch has like some kind of information on the crystals, but you can't see it with the naked eye. And so you have to look at it a certain way. So that's what Vicky, the homeless girl, aka homeless girl, was trying to figure out. Now, I love, one of these things I love, I said, this reminds me of like in the 70s where the black exploitation films like Foxy Brown, like this movie I would say is Black Girl Magic with kicking ass, okay? I really don't know how else to say it, but you know, from the fake FBI agent girl to Vicky, April Jones wasn't too bad herself because she was a cop. She was doing a little something herself. Now, I'd like to get into that homeless dude that snitched on where April and her daughter was so he can get some money. You weren't about nothing, and that's why they killed you when they got the information out of you. And then I didn't think it for a long time, but April's cop partner, when they went, that was the last place I think they hid at in the movie. When he was like, yeah, all right, I'll be back. We're going to make some hot cocoa or something. And he walked. I said, you know what? He the ops. I said, watch, you going to get on the phone and tell him where he at. So they come in there, the fake FBI people, looking for the watch, got April and her daughter hemmed up, and he's like, I got a kid and kids in college, and I have to blah, blah, blah. And they killed him too once I got the information out of him. I said, see what happened when you do people dirty? I said, you can't trust anybody. Talking about you got kids in college. Okay, she has a teenage daughter that she has to take care of too. But she didn't throw you under the bus for anything. You know what I mean? But that homeless man knew he wasn't about nothing because he was complaining from the start when they came in there. But shout out to the, I guess the lady that runs the homeless place. When they were coming in there looking for April and her daughter, she was like, well, I don't know what she's talking about. And then that's when the homeless man took it upon himself to give them the information. But by that time, they were gone. So the reason why I came on this video talking about cliffhangers is the way this one ended. I think there's going to be a part 2 or a sequel. Because some kind of way, some woman, a senator got killed, And the woman was looking at the screen, looking at April, because April was working at the shelter, Vicky was working the shelter. She was like, basically, I'm paraphrasing, I'm going to get you back. I lost my husband, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. So in the second one, I'm guessing this woman is going to be at April and them again. But let me tell you something. If my daughter had me caught up in some stuff like that, where we are fleeing for our lives because you wanted to, if she had not hung out with them bum ass friends, none of that would have never happened. We went through all this getting beat up, damn near killed on a few occasions because you want to hang out with your friends because you're sad that your father passed. Both of my parents are still living, so I can't speak on how that feels. I can't. But as far as this movie is concerned, you could have found something better to do than to hang out with people damn near risking your life, robbing houses, okay? So Chris Stokes, Marcus Houston, come on now. Because you know we're going to watch it. That's why y'all do this. You do these cliffhanger movies because you know we're going to watch it. And yes, I am going to watch Wrong Place, Wrong Time, Part 2, just like I'm waiting on Stepdaughter 3 to come out, just like I'm waiting on The Doctor 2 to come out. But just put a series out so we don't have to do this, all right? Shout out to my 113 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed. But you know you can by hitting that button for me. Really appreciate it. Peace and blessings to all of you watching. Until next time.